Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isa. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user, and it's been a while since I've done a wheelchair tour. It was a couple years ago when I did the last one, and I talked about getting an approval and that whole process and my experience with mobility aids. But I have a new wheelchair as of December and a couple of accessories that I've been gifted or I have invested in, and I just want to talk about it. I'm not sponsored, but just in case you're in the market. Starting off with the new features for this chair. So first off, I have a lifted foot plate. I'm trying to get it in the camera. Let me just back up. Lifted foot plate. Yay! I have short legs, and it has made a big difference for my comfort because I couldn't really be comfortable in my other chair without trying to like shove the bar super high, or wearing heels always helped, but this one's comfortable. I really like it. And then also, you can't really tell, but my other chair the seat was a little bit more flat, so I was sitting on top of it instead of in it, and that was so that I could get out of my chair easier. But since I'm using my wheelchair more than ever now, and I needed the extra support, they adjusted it, so I'm now sitting in it a bit more, which means that my hands are closer to my wheels, and it's much easier to push. Yay! Which means that I don't have to use my smart drive as much. Another thing that I want to talk about, because if you are plus size, this is very important, if you have a booty. So my old chair, my butt would hit the back, and so I was sitting like forward on the chair and I wasn't getting the support that I needed at the bottom of my spine. This one, they raised up, so this is where the end of my chair is, and then there's a modesty panel here because my butt is sticking out, which is great because now my back actually gets the support that I need. And another new thing is my brakes, and I don't know if you can see that. Let me go to the other side. So my old brakes were plastic, so these are metal and they're just a little bit more sturdy. I have had more issues like with the screws kind of coming out, but I've been able to tighten them up and everything, and it's worked really well. I feel so much safer with these brakes than I did with the other brakes. Last thing that's new about this chair versus my old chair is that this chair, I got higher handlebars. They can be raised even higher if I have the right screw thing. And that is just so when I am not using a smart drive, or I'm just like whiny and asking my family to push me, that they can do that for me, because they are all very, very tall and my chair has always been very short. I thought this one would feel bulkier because of the added size, but it's actually very compact. I feel smaller than I did in my other chair, and just like neatly packaged. So I also, like I said, have a smart drive. My insurance didn't approve a new smart drive. I was hoping to get like the dial controls for my new chair, but they said that I don't need it, or they couldn't see why I need it in the house, so they didn't approve it. I need to go through like vocational rehab or something to try to get a new one. If you've been following me, I had a lot of issues with my smart drive last year and basically had to get the inside. I got new circuitry, a new battery, and all of this stuff. So at this point, I feel like I kind of have a brand new smart drive, just the outside part. It'd be nice to have a backup. It works, it does the job. I'm very thankful to have what I have. Now let's get on to the accessories. Number one, I have my Izzy Wheels. I love these. They were gifted from my friend. I have 3 sets and I sobbed like a baby when I got them. They're amazing. As a wheelchair user, it kind of just feels very like medicalized, and I love the colors of, different options for wheelchairs and stuff, and there's lots of ways to personalize them, and I have with stickers and all of that. I just feel like these covers just make it feel, I feel like I'm part of some fairy tale. I don't know, it's a silly thing. It just satisfies this little tiny like baby wheelchair heart of mine, even though I've been a wheelchair user for 6 years. And the next thing I want to show you guys is my Ffora cup holder. So here's the holder, and you just attach it like that. And then this is made specifically to fit it, but I was at a concert yesterday and they gave us the water. There's kind of like a smaller inside part, so I just flipped it upside down, and it fits a little bit differently on the cup, but it fit the cup that we were given perfectly, so we were able to have the drink right here, which was really nice because we didn't have a cup holder at the concert. But I also don't like having things on the ground because it's hard to reach. So this has been really nice, and I like how compact it is. It's kind of awkward carrying around the cup holder. The thing I don't like, and I don't think I would recommend buying the cup, because if you put carbonated drinks in this cup, I don't know if it's me specifically or anyone else, but the top kind of comes off, and it comes off until it can release air, and I have to burp it frequently. It does keep everything fairly cold, which is nice, but I think you could probably use any other type of, tumbler thing that's about this size. It's pretty standard size. I also bought the essentials bag. Ignore how dirty it is. Like I said, I was at a concert yesterday, and it's very dirty. That's something they don't tell you about being a wheelchair user, is I feel like I'm constantly washing my hands and trying to recover from how gross everything can be. But it is everything, just the essentials. You've got your wallet portion, which mine is pretty empty right now because I cleaned it out for the concert, but I keep some medication, some over-the-counter stuff, and a pad, and then the charging tops. And I'm not going to open this side, but I have my inhaler, a charging, a small travel charger, perfume, a chapstick, that kind of stuff, and it just goes on there like that. The one thing I am nervous about this is I feel like it'd be so easy for someone just to grab my bag, but a lot of times what I'll do is I'll have this on, because it comes with a strap. I don't like the strap that it came with. It's just a little bit too small, too snug for me. So I have a strap that I use instead, and I'll just hook the strap on there, and then I'll have my cup holder, and then I can have my bag and my cup holder. So the next couple things that I'm going to show you are things that I have kind of figured out, repurposed. They're cheaper options I do recommend for a lot of people. I just really like the solution. One issue that I have as a wheelchair user is trying to find a place for my phone, because I can't put it in my pockets without it feeling like it's going to fall out. I have had my phone fall out of my pockets before. This is just a little bag that I have repurposed. It's perfect size for my phone, and I can use it to put a little bit of sunscreen and my phone in there, and it's nice and safe and away from everything. But that bag is really nice because the way I have it strapped is across here, which means that I have a strap to put things like dog bags or my sunglasses, and I can hook them there, and they're nice and safe and still within reach. The other thing I use is this carabiner. I have a whole pack of them. I put on carabiners on everything possible, because then I just use a scarf to help me find it. Just hook it on the back of my chair, and I can carry around my 32-ounce water bottle. Very important if you live in Florida. So that was my wheelchair tour. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear them. I love looking at cool things. People are coming up with stuff all the time. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.